The Bachelorette has just finished hometowns, and it's time to move on to what is always the most dramatic part of the season, fantasy suites plus the men tell-all. So strap yourselves in for a trip to Hawaii where someone is sure to get laid, and it's probably not Marcus after what he has to say ahead. But let's start this thing, and as per usual, please, no posting any outright spoilers unless you can back it up with sleuthing, and a link to the full preview is in the description.
Wow.
It's 2 back-to-back nights of The Bachelorette.
Look at this.
Monday and Tuesday.
This week is Fantasy Suites.
So yes, next week we've got 2 episodes to look forward to, as this show definitely wants to wrap things up before Monday Night Football begins. No clue yet on what this is going to mean in terms of video scheduling. I might do a big video on both episodes next Wednesday, as the Love is Blind UK reunion is on Monday as well, in case you're also following that series. But yes, here we are in the final filming location of Hawaii, and we can see each of our 3 remaining men headed out on the day portion of their fantasy suite. Though not much to see here at the moment, apart from knowing that Jenn is yet again going in a helicopter, and also swimming with some mantas after swimming with Jonathan. So let's keep going.
And there's no better place to fall in love than Hawaii.
I would love to call you my fiance, and I would love to call you my wife.
There's 1,000 amazing things that I could say about you because you're so incredible.
Okay, so here we're getting a look at the fantasy suites of Devon and Jonathan. Both are giving a lot of words of affirmation, but I mainly want to point out what Devon is saying. He would love to be her fiancé, he would love for Jenn to be his wife. And I'm mostly highlighting this as it's going to contradict something we'll see later on in this preview, so moving on.
I have 3 guys here who I feel so strongly for. I can't hold back my feelings anymore. I would be lying if I didn't tell you that I am in love with you.
You make me feel amazing.
Okay, hold it right there, bucko. Now, you know when everything's going so smoothly and perfect in a preview, they're about to drop the drama on us. But here, everyone's made it to the night portion of their date, Jonathan got invited up to the suite after dinner, and now Jenn is telling Marcus that she's full-blown in love with him. And this isn't a fake-out or anything, as her outfit matches the one from this scene, so that's a legit L-word to Marcus where we see all the words actually coming out of her mouth, which definitely tracks considering how hopeful she was that Marcus would kick things up a notch at hometowns, and how giddy she seemed to be at what I thought was a barely okay hometown. I mean, Marcus spent most of it wondering if he could bridge the gap between liking Jenn and loving her. And though he did cap that date by saying he was falling for Jenn, looks like come fantasy suites, he won't be able to return the I love you.
You deserve all the love in the world, but I'm not there yet. I'm struggling right now.
It's terrifying to be in love with someone who isn't there yet.
Well, Marcus is continuing his storyline from last episode, except this time he's actually telling Jenn. He's not quite on the same page as her after she tells him she's in love with him, which could be what triggers all the end of show drama from the previous previews that we've seen. Because all season, when something like this happens, Jenn has gone into doubt mode. Like, if Austin wasn't feeling it out of nowhere, who's to say the rest of the guys aren't too? If Sam was fooling me, who's to say any of the rest of the men weren't as well? And that was with 2 men who Jenn wasn't in love with like she says she is with Marcus. So this time that doubt might get amplified by a lot. In fact, looking at the next part of the preview, that's exactly what Jenn is going to fear.
What if the other guys feel the same way? I don't want you to be afraid to tell me how you're really feeling.
As my positive, loving feelings grow, so do my fears and my worries.
So we can add Jonathan to the list of guys with reservations. But this comment from him is a much more common one come the end of the season. It's one thing to express fears and worries as it gets to crunch time, it's another to say, nah, I'm not sure if I'm on the same page as you. So in my opinion, this being thrown in here is production's way of adding more drama and pulling some of the negative focus away from Marcus. Like as if they're saying it could be Jonathan too. And certainly there's going to be something not there with Jonathan if we're thinking Devon is the pick and Marcus makes it to the final 2, if it's true that Marcus is the guy that Jenn's brother is talking about in this final 2 meet the family date from the mid-season preview.
I know your history with people who are emotionally unavailable. Like, you've put in so much, but he's given so little.
So if it is Marcus, which the current narrative with Marcus makes me think it is, I mean, it's hard to imagine it's Devon when Jen's brother is saying he's given so little, and Devon literally said, "I love you" to Jenn last episode. Well, then that would mean that the 2 spots for the Meet the Family dates in the finale would be going to Marcus and Devon. And Jonathan is gone next. But all of this has me wondering if what we're going to be seeing with Marcus for the rest of the season is Jenn really liking him and holding out hope for him, but Marcus not being able to deliver. Or at least saying just enough for her to keep him around until the end, but not enough of actual substance to make this a real thing. Like as if the end of the season could be a larger version of his hometown. He's not quite there, but she really wants him to be, so she gives him the benefit of the doubt. And in the nick of time, he says just enough to keep her happy. However, with this being the end of the season, feelings are going to be even more serious. Thus all the potential for drama, and Jenn saying she wants to take things back into her own hands.
Are you okay with whatever's gonna happen here?
I'm done letting men dictate my relationships.
You sure you want to do this?
But once again, production can't let Marcus take all the heat in these previews because that might give away too much. So they've thrown in some Devon drama ahead.
I want to get to the end, but I don't know how to get there with you.
I don't know how to be what you need me to be. Am I doing something wrong?
Plus, it's the Men Tell All.
Well, no, Jesse, it's actually not. This clip is actually from the Bachelor Women Tell All, where Jesse sat down to talk with Jenn, before she was even announced as the Bachelorette. And actually here is where, for this video at least, the preview is going to end, as all that's left is a promo for the Men Tell All, but we see no actual footage from it. Just some rehashed drama clips from the season, so nothing more to talk about there. However, back here with Devon, there's a lot to discuss, as we have another man saying he doesn't know how to get there with Jenn. The difference this time, though, is this whole section is very edited. Like with Marcus, we see a clip of him pretty much saying the full sentence. It also matches with his narrative thus far. With Devon, however, we have a spliced on bit of audio where he goes, "I want to get to the end, but I don't." Then it cuts to here where he says, "Know how to get there." Then it cuts once more to Jenn where a "with you" is added.
I want to get to the end, but I don't know how to get there with you.
After that, it then cuts away to Devon with Jenn saying, "I don't know how to be," before it cuts back to her finishing with, "what you need me to be." So very suspicious. Plus, if we go back to Devon's fantasy suite and everything he said here,
I would love to call you my fiance, and I would love to call you my wife.
I don't know, it's a big leap to going from that to then,
I want to get to the end, but I don't know how to get there with you.
Still, there is something going on here, as we do see Jenn in the outfit she's wearing during this whole Devon moment saying, "Am I doing something wrong?" So there is a dramatic moment with Devon to come, but the quality of this footage just has me doubting the validity of what we're being shown, at least in comparison to the Marcus stuff. So if you had to ask me who this emotionally unavailable man was, I'm sticking to Marcus, with Jonathan having a wonderful fantasy suite, but Jen's feelings for Marcus are stronger despite everything. So Jonathan goes, but as it gets to the final 2, Marcus still isn't on the same page. Jenn doesn't wait for him, takes matters into her own hands, and Devon is the guy. So that's it for this preview breakdown for week 8 of The Bachelorette and Fantasy Suites. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a like, comment your thoughts and theories down below, and subscribe to the channel for more content. And until next time, Bachelor Fantake out.
But I'm not there yet.